Ch8 Indexing and hashing. 1. In ordered indices, the file containing the records is sequentially ordered. A underscore is an index whose search key also defines the sequential order of the file. Clustered index. 2. Indices whose search key specifies an order different from the sequential order of the file are called underscore indices. A. Non-clustered. B. Secondary. C. All of the mentioned. D. None of the mentioned. Answer: all of the mentioned. 3. An underscore consists of a search key value and pointers to one or more records with that value as their search key value. Index entry. 4. In a underscore clustering index, the index record contains the search key value and a pointer to the first data record with that search key value, and the rest of the records will be in the sequential pointers. Dense. 5. In a underscore index, an index entry appears for only some of the search key values. Dense. 6. In case the indices values are larger, index is created for these values of the index. This is called multilevel index. 7. A search key containing more than one attribute is referred to as a underscore search key. Composite. 8. In B plus tree, the node which points to another node is called internal node. 9. Insertion of a large number of entries at a time into an index is referred to as underscore of the index. Bulk loading. 10. While inserting the record into the index, if the search key value does not appear in the index, the system inserts an index entry with the search key value in the index at the appropriate position. 11. If H is any hashing function and is used to hash n keys into a table of size m, where n equals m, the expected number of collisions involving a particular key x is less than 1. 12. A technique for direct search is hashing. 13. The searching technique that takes 1 time to find a data is hashing. 14. The goal of hashing is to produce a search that takes 1 time. 15. Consider a hash table of size 7, with starting index 0, and a hash function, 3x plus 4, mod 7. Assuming the hash table is initially empty, which of the following is the contents of the table when the sequence 1, 3, 8, 10 is inserted into the table using closed hashing? Note that underscore denotes an empty location in the table. 1, 8, 10, underscore, 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 3. 16. A hash table can store a maximum of 10 records. Currently there are records in location 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. The probability of a new record going into location 2, with hash functions resolving collisions by linear probing is 0.6. 17. Key value pairs is usually seen in hash tables. 18. What is the best definition of a collision in a hash table? Two entries are identical except for their keys. 19. Which of the following scenarios leads to linear running time for a random search hit in a linear probing hash table? All keys hash to same index. 20. Breadth first search is used in graphs. 21. N underscore can be used to preserve the integrity of a document or a message. Encrypted message. 22. A hash function must meet underscore criteria. 3. 23. What is the main limitation of hierarchical databases? Limited flexibility in accessing data. 24. The property, or set of properties, that uniquely defines each row in a table is called the primary key. 25. The separation of the data definition from the program is known as data independence. 26. In the client/server model, the database resides on the server side. 27. The traditional storage of data that is organized by customer, stored in separate folders in filing cabinets is an example of what type of database system? Hierarchical. 28. The database design that consists of multiple tables that are linked together through matching data stored in each table is called relational database. 29. The association role defines how tables are related in the database. 30. The purpose of an n-array association is To deal with relationships that involve more than two tables. 31 bitmap indices are a specialized type of index designed for easy querying on underscore bit values. 32A underscore on the attribute A of relation R consists of one bitmap for each value that A can take. Bitmap index. 33 select asterisk from R, where gender equals F and income level equals L2. In this selection, we fetch the bitmaps for gender value F and the bitmap for income level value L2, and perform an underscore of the two bitmaps. Intersection. 34 To identify the deleted records we use the underscore existence bitmap. 35 bitmaps can be used as a compressed storage mechanism at the leaf nodes of underscore for those values that occur very frequently. B+ trees. 36 bitmaps can be combined with regular B+ tree indices for relations where a few attribute values are extremely common, and other values also occur, but much less frequently. Bitmap, B+ tree. 37 In a B+ tree index underscore for each value, we would normally maintain a list of all records with that value for the indexed attribute. Leaf. 38 A table space is further broken down into underscore segments. 39 In ordered indices the file containing the records is sequentially ordered. A underscore is an index whose search key also defines the sequential order of the file. Clustered index. 40 Indices whose search key specifies an order different from the sequential order of the file are called underscore indices. A. Non-clustered. B. Secondary. C. All of the mentioned. D. None of the mentioned. Answer: all of the mentioned. 41 What is the purpose of the index in SQL Server? A. To enhance the query performance. B. To provide an index to a record. C. To perform fast searches. D. All of the mentioned. Answer: all of the mentioned. 42 How many types of indexes are there in SQL Server? 2. 43 How non-clustered index point to the data? It is used for pointing data rows containing key values. 44 Which one is true about clustered index? Clustered index is built by default on unique key columns. 45 What is true about indexes? It makes harder for SQL Server engines to work on index which have large keys. 46 Does index take space in the disk? Yes, indexes are stored on disk. 47 What are composite indexes? A composite index is a combination of index on two or more columns. 48 If an index is underscore the metadata and statistics continue to exist. Disabling. 49 In underscore index instead of storing all the columns for a record together, each column is stored separately with all other rows in an index. Column store. 50 A underscore index is the one which satisfies all the columns requested in the query without performing further lookup into the clustered index. Covering.